13 miles east, on the border of West Yorkshire, road crime team officers Mick Roth and Paul Stamp are on the M1 in an unmarked car.
There's no registration on the back of the trailer.
They've spotted a suspicious-looking transit van trailing another piece of industrial machinery.
We're behind a high-top Ford Transit van. It's got a trailer on it that's got a mini digger on it. Run the vehicle through and it's coming back as having a keeper but no insurance on it, which is obviously raising suspicions. 10:30 at night, travelling on the M1 southbound, it needs stopping because it may well be that this is stolen.
Plant equipment doesn't move at night. It moves in business hours. It's used by builders and the like. So anything moving late at night warrants a check off us.
It's clocked us.
Yeah, received. It's aware of our presence at the moment.
Oh. He slowed down here, so I can't get between him and wagon, mate.
He pulled in front of a lorry and slowed right down, so much so that I couldn't get in. It's kind of all the hallmarks of, I know you're following me, I'm going to try and stop you doing it, and I'm going to leave the motorway at the last second, which can sometimes catch you out. Also, for me, it's a big factor in that he's going to fail to stop.
It's past junction 46 southbound for Colton. I'll go on to Wesley interrupts.
With another car from the North Yorkshire road crime team joining the pursuit, they can now attempt to stop the suspect.
Pen close up, we'll go for the stop here.
The beauty of working as a team is that we can do something called a keep on, which is we try and prevent people leaving the motorway.
Pen close up, we'll go for the stop here. Keep him on, Ben, try and quarter him. Oh, I'll try and quarter him. You take lead, Ben.
Romeo Charlie 9-1.
Ben, drop back and take lead pursuit. Keep him on, Ben. Might try and box with a third vehicle, we'll see how it feels. Snaking a bit.
He's moved across into lane 3, he's up to speed. The van drives towards Ben. It's losing control, which is worrying again, because you don't want it to jackknife and to flip over the van. Just approaching the slip for junction 45. We do have a third vehicle from North Yorkshire that's trying to get ahead of the vehicle now to deploy the motorway stinger.
I know that if we can sting this vehicle, we can take all the speed out of it and it'll probably just roll to a stop. But until that time, really, it's a rolling disaster waiting to happen.
Across Yorkshire, there's a vehicle crime epidemic, with transit vans being stolen and used to transport industrial machinery on a regular basis. On the M1 motorway near Leeds, North Yorkshire's road crime officers Mick Roth and Paul Stamp are chasing a speeding van and trailer.
Keep him on, Ben. Might try and box with a third vehicle, we'll see how it feels. Snaking a bit.
Just approaching the slip for junction 45. The intention is to try and keep it M1 southbound.
With the van and its generator hurtling down one of the UK's busiest motorways at 70 miles an hour.
M1 southbound.
Mick and Paul fear the driver may be about to do something reckless.
All unmarked BMW cars. We're just approaching the slip here now. It's going to try and do a wrong way on the M1, so we've got it in for a stop. Say, there's a large bang, you get thrown to the side, and you don't. I was thinking my window's going to come through, thinking, what on earth's going to happen? There could be vehicles coming up behind. Absolutely, from the position I was in, I'm very limited in what I can see.
Hey, I'll move.
The force of the impact has trapped Paul in the car. The only way he can make the arrest is by squeezing through the passenger window.
You could have hit someone there, mate. I can't believe you just tried to go the wrong way on the M1, mate.
A second, you come out this way. How are you? Are you all right? Yeah. Come on then. Silly boy, very silly. Looks particularly excessive, but he were about to take that and that trailer that way against traffic. It's going to kill somebody, so it looks excessive, but it needs to be done.
The trailer was stolen, the digger was stolen. On speaking to the lad driving the van, it's clear that he's driving it for some other person. There's often an organised crime gang behind theft of plant. It's never the people driving the vans, they're just working for payment, very little payment. This young lad is now looking at a hefty sentence and the other guys are away scot-free.
8 Hotel November. When he started slowing down, I couldn't believe he was even contemplating it. I've seen people do it the wrong way down the slip road, but I've never seen anyone try and go the wrong way at the M1 in a massive van with a trailer with a bobcat on the back of it. It's absolutely stupid. He could have killed us, himself, or other people. So he's been locked up for a lot of offences. His dangerous driving, failed to stop, theft of the digger, theft of the van. So we're going to take him up to custody and get him booked in.
Whether it be organised criminals or opportunists, theft and burglary are a constant concern throughout the Yorkshire region. In North Yorkshire, the 28-year-old driver who tried to go the wrong way up the motorway is in custody.
The gentleman's been arrested on suspicion of dangerous driving, failed to stop, theft of motor vehicle and theft of the mini digger.
He was charged with handling stolen goods, dangerous driving, driving with no insurance and driving without a licence. He is now awaiting trial.
For me, those kind of people absolutely need to be in a courtroom answering to a jury. It's as about serious as it gets.
I didn't understand a word that lad just said. Did you?
North Yorkshire Road Crime Team officers Paul Stamp and Mick Roth are patrolling the border of North and South Yorkshire looking for thieves.
North Yorkshire is quite different to other forces where the criminals really come from outside the county inwards. So I like to sit down by the border, look for what's coming across, look for what's coming out of South Yorkshire and see if I can get a bad lad locked up.
I'd say his window was a bit down, it was just steamed up and...
Mick has spotted a suspicious car.
This vehicle in front, we suspect it's got no insurance, which in itself is a problem. But the fact that it's running around at small hours at morning might mean it's something else.
Yellow jacket on.
On his way home from work. Hey up, mate, all right?
The car's come up as no... Is it no insurance?
It is, mate, yeah.
But it's this driver's lucky day.
Could hear a kind of a metallic rattling, getting louder coming towards us.
Oh my God.
Turned my head to see a 4x4 towing a blooming generator of all things.
Yeah, cancel that, we'll have to something else.
Go on, mate, just go.
The 4x4 is already being chased by Mick's colleagues up ahead.
Yeah, the vehicle fell into stop, Sutton Road at Asken. It's towing a piece of plant.
It's just literally strapped on by a rope. I've never seen anything like this before. And there were sparks flying off it, and bits of it were flying off all over, and that was crazy.
Can we get any traffic or FSU units to Whitley?
Towing some form of generator.
A wheel came off it, and instead of the guy stopping because a wheel had come off, he just continued dragging it along the floor, which lit up this huge kind of Christmas tree of sparks coming out the back of it. It was unreal. It was like something out of a film.
Sorry, can you just confirm the vehicle details? Oscar 56.
Yeah, it's a Mitsubishi L200 or the like. It's I'll give you the VRM in a second. It's right in Norton Common Road onto an unmained road. Have you got units like kind of Moss area at all? Any district units? It's going to be going across that way towards Moss, I think.
So we turned onto the Norton Common Lane. They always take us down there because they know they can get away and we won't always follow.
If you're on Interrupt 1, can you go Moss Village, please, into Moss Village?
And as we got down there, it got bumpier and bumpier. And it was just like, oh, we're gonna that sickening feeling of we're gonna lose them here.
It might get better as we go up a bit, Stampy.
Stampy's trying his best to keep going. And then all of a sudden I saw the generator on my side. It'd obviously come off. The rope or whatever they attached it to the 4x4 with it snapped.
I think it's gone lights out. Have you got any district units at all?
North Yorkshire on Big Trot One back. It's attached to 3 at this time.
It's got to be, mate. There should be some marks.
Go on, go towards Travelers.
Yeah, well.
We're struggling to...
The chase could be coming to an end.
It's gone lights out.
Up ahead, the barriers on a railway level crossing are down, with a train due any minute.
Right, John, I just come in. They've flattened the barriers at Moss. The railway crossing, they're down, but they've flattened the barriers.
Oh mate, I don't like this. Look at this. This vehicle's just driven through closed barriers on a railway crossing just ahead of us, just taking them straight out, and I was shocked. I've never had that happen to me in all my years as a police officer, and I'll be surprised.
It's a Mitsubishi L200 or the Light.
It's gone 1 a.m. in Doncaster.
Romeo Charlie 9, you're receiving.
North Yorkshire's road crime team are after a pickup dragging a stolen generator which has crossed into South Yorkshire.
It's right, Norton Common Road, onto an unmained road. Is M-Pass available?
Like a show at Vegas or something. It was unbelievable.
The suspected machinery thieves have crashed through the closed barriers of a railway crossing with potentially disastrous consequences.
There's a 99% chance that there's a train coming through at a very fast speed, and to not stop the car, I was absolutely just shocked.
9-1, we're back behind this vehicle now. It's left into... See you now, go left.
Side park.
You help me out.
Mick and Paul followed the pickup into a cul-de-sac.
Mate, that's not it.
You're joking?
Different veg Roffy.
But it seems to have disappeared into thin air.
That's not it, that there. No.
Is it not on here then?
Mate, it's a different veg. I'll jump over and feel if it's warm, like. Mate, it's further round.
You're joking?
Hey, that's not that veg on there, no. Hey, I don't think you could have got them gates open, mate. It's got a padlock on it. But then as we turned in, it was smoking initially. So
we thought it may come on here. It still may be on here somewhere, but it looks at the moment like they've disappeared out into the ether, which is a real shame. It's bitterly disappointing. Absolutely devastated, really. You work very hard for something and they get away.
We know that it's going to be in here somewhere. It's just a case of finding it. They could have parked it in the middle of a field, turned the lights off, and we'd never see it. And that's the frustration, you know, because we've been a distance behind it. We're now going to really struggle to find it, especially on there.
So we haven't even got this motor that's failed to stop, so we've got note at minute, pal.
No damage out.
No, we're in order, Jonesy Tower. There's no damage or like that. Just a bit of dented pride.
They'll come again, mate, I'm sure.
They do.
Good luck. Stay safe out there.
Cheers, pal, and you. We'll go back that way now. That's all we can do now, innit? We'll go back and find that bit of plant kit.
It's a real reality check. There's a lot of pressure on us. When the dust has settled and the vehicle's gone and we've got no prisoners, and we drive back to the level crossing.
How's things? All right.
I know full well that had that vehicle been taken out by a train, people would just be straight onto the questions of, well, why have you chased this 4x4? All it's done is nick a generator that's at the side of the road probably. How's it impacted on anyone?
All 4 barriers are smashed off, which means the barriers have been down. The alarm's sounding and the red lights are flashing. That's because there's a train coming, not because it's safe to cross, but they're quite prepared to risk their life, and I just never understand that. They don't care who they hurt, they don't care what damage they cause, and they don't care about the ramifications of what they're doing.
Stolen machinery can earn criminals thousands. And in the UK, an estimated £70 million worth of construction equipment is nicked every year. To transport it, thieves are increasingly using transit vans.
Criminals are realising this. You stick stuff in the back of a van, it's hidden away from police sight, put the van on clone plates and then run it.
Whether it has been involved in plant theft, stealing diggers, road rollers from the side of the road, or whether it's involved in quad thefts at farmland. At the moment, van thefts are going through the roof.
Tonight, road crime officers Tim Wilson and Ben Astin are parked up on the border between North and West Yorkshire.
See Black Sabbath.
9-4, overtaking vehicles back to the correct side of the road, speed 80.
Getting a little excited there.
Reports are coming in of a van that's failed to stop for another unit.
Mick Roth's seen a red van go past at speed. As he's got behind it to stop it, it's done a U-turn in the road, so he's put his blue lights on and it's basically shut off and failed to stop.
Failing to stop. A58 towards Collingham. Road conditions are dry. No other traffic, no pedestrians. Speed 80, lowest.
As we came through Collingham, which is 30-mile-an-hour limit, he was absolutely flying still.
Into Collingham now, speed 80. Let's go to the near side.
I think he got the van up to about 80, 90 mile an hour. It looked like a works van. It had kind of sign writing on it. There was ladders on the roof. It just wasn't the kind of van that you'd expect to be out committing crime. And you think, are the ladders going to fly off? Is the roof rack going to come off? It was crazy, really.
Tim and Ben are half a mile ahead up the road.
Finger out.
Mate, you're not going to have time.
Right. No vehicle, no pedestrian.
9-1 shows second vehicle.
Wrong side of the road, struck the offside curb.
Got a vehicle failing to stop just in front. We're just going to try and support them in case we get opportunity for TPAC.
Both police cars are now right behind the van.
Not approach to Weatherby roundabout, stand by. Not one. Take the second, the key. Weatherby bypass, I believe. Speed 70. Stand by, trying to get authorisation for you.
He was driving the van as fast as he physically could. He was bouncing off roundabouts, his wheel trims were flying off.
Not two. Not three. Going round again.
You're going to be drunk this lad, is it? A couple of curves.
Long road in towards Weatherby. And it's right.
Get your running shoes on.
Still low risk, no vehicles, no pedestrians.
You're right left.
And he clearly knew where he was going because he drove his van right down to where there was a dead end and a footpath.
Going to go for decamp down here a bit. Stand by.
I'll stop. Stop struggling. Stop struggling. All right, I'll stop. Please. Will you breaking me arm? I'm sorry. You're breaking me arm.
The struggling driver's under arrest,
Right, I'll stop.
and so is his passenger.
Stick that right your asshole, mate. You're breaking me arm with both arms.
I ain't breaking your arms, pal.
If you lift me up and I can stand straight, please. You lock me up then. Get me locked up then. Get me locked up then. Listen, get your hands off me, will you? No. You're locking me up, aren't you? Well, get me in the car and let's get to bed.
The passenger was really obstructive. When you're up close to him, you could smell the drink on him. He was really drunk, coming across as a bit of a wannabe gangster type bloke. He was saying, "Oh, you know who I am. I've done time in prison." He was a real strange character, really.
Right, up onto your knees.
Right, perfect.
Up onto your feet.
Right, thank you very much, mate.
That's a pleasure.
When did you last drink, mate?
But I had about a pint in Weatherby Spice about an hour ago.
Have you not had any in the last 20 minutes?
No.
All right,
No.
we're going to be breathalyzed. Obviously,
don't worry
drive
about
over
it.
vehicle. Right into there till take a stop. Keep going, that'll do, thank you.
You're obviously under arrest, okay? Suspicion of failing to stop.
Yeah, no problem.
Dangerous driving, okay?
Not dangerous driving, like.
And you've blown over the limit.
What,
so you're also
what,
under
with
arrest
2
on
pints?
suspicion
50, mate,
of
yeah.
driving a motor vehicle
More
on
than
the
2
road
pints,
over the
No,
prescribed
I've
limit.
had 2 pints, mate, and I can prove it.
Besides trying to beat a drink driving charge, the cops think the two men may have sped off for other reasons.
There's some tools in the back, and at the minute we're getting auto tools like that stolen from garden sheds and the like. So it might have been they've been out stealing. So we'll see. We've done some checks, mate.
Yes, mate.
It's obviously in the Nick van, is it?
Oh, mate.
Got some tools in it which suspect are stolen, so you're under arrest on suspicion of those as well.
Me?
All right.
Me?
You don't have
You
to say
speaking
anything
to me
but
now?
your defence, you don't mention questions, some people started in court.
So you are...
Anything you do say maybe give me evidence. All right, pal.
What was I, front seat passenger, yeah?
Yeah, but in a van with some potentially nicked tools in it.
How many pints did he have?
15 pints too many!
More than you, I reckon.
Can't believe I'm over the limit after 2 pints.
If you weren't over the limit, why were you failing to stop?
I know that. I'm stupid. I apologise for that.
That's right, mate.
They will be taken to the station where the cops will try to find out why they were so desperate to escape. It's the small hours of the morning and the end of a long night shift for the traffic cops.
Yeah, jump him out, mate.
In Leeds, the 21-year-old driver who tried to outrun police in his van is in custody.
Thank you. Cheers, thanks for your help. It's much appreciated. Yeah, you told me.
The irony of it all was, by the time we transported him to Ellen Road custody, he ended up blowing under the limit.
He's escaped a drink driving charge, but was banned from driving for 18 months and ordered to carry out 100 hours unpaid work.
Stupid, I don't know why I never stopped. It is stupid.
His mate was given a caution for obstructing the police. Neither man was charged with stealing tools.
All that's been for nothing, really. He's risked his life, his passenger's life, other members of the public that were about, for nothing, really.
Back in Bradford, Andy and Nick barely have time to breathe.
It's Vauxhall Astra, speed 5 miles an hour.
Another car is speeding through the city.
Action November 50, I've got an Astra.
202, where's the filter stop, please? What area? No more.
Yeah, double crew, take back train.
Show us on it, please.
At this time of night, cars failing to stop for the cops often means the driver's been up to no good.
It's going away.
So left onto First Street.
It's got a deep camp. Bail out. It's got a deep camp there. Yeah.
Getting it to stop usually involves coordinated teamwork using several cars.
At the minute, we've got one of the lads just chasing a car down in Lowmore, Wyke area of Bradford. We're not that far away from it, and they haven't bailed out where we thought they might have done, so there's a good chance that we might get on back of it and help him get it stopped.
2 minutes, thank you.
The information passed to us because we came in halfway through the pursuit. We didn't know the reason for the stop, we didn't know what was going on because we jumped in to try and help out. So really, we had very little to go on, so we've got to treat it as if that man's just robbed the crown jewels.
It's going round in circles.
The cops have the Astra in their sights, but it's determined to shake them off.
Driving is quite erratic, still back in road towards Chamber.
We'll get this. Get from this. Clear left, clear left. 102 going towards Wyke, top of Wyke Lane, Westfield area.
What's the whistle? Yes, it's speed 80 mile an hour, it's very light traffic. 80 mile an hour. Thank you.
Watch out for people.
Yeah, got it.
Now there's two other cops chasing the Astra. Andy wants to get ahead of it.
It's coming straight towards you.
It isn't going to serve a purpose going round in wacky races. There's already 1 or 2 cars behind it.
They're there, they're coming towards us, mate.
And it might look great in American TV cop shows where they've got 50-mile of motorway, but round here, you'd end up taking up a whole estate. The idea is try and get in front of it and either direct it to where we want it to go or get it stopped, hopefully by blocking it in a box.
He's gone right, he's gone right, he's gone right, he's gone right.
West onto Big House Road. Stand by.
Straight towards us. Coming out here, mate. They're coming out here.
No.
It will be down there now. He's just going to cross on Star Hill, yeah.
Miles an hour. It's low risk at this time, so to continue.
There.
On Elizabeth Avenue, it's a left.
The Astra's got in front again, but now there's 3 cars on its tail and more chance of boxing it in.
202, we are second vehicle.
Directions to 34, drop back, please. 202, second vehicle. 88 to third.
102, we are third vehicle.
Bailing out. Get him. Oh, you bastard. How big a gap are you giving him?
They want behind him.
Had him then.
Hello.
I tried to get alongside. I just wasn't far enough along the offside. And I just wasn't there. And I had to pull out.
We had him.
So we'll let it go. And then we'll get back up behind it. And then we'll plan again. We can do that all night long. You know, we're not going to chase it forever. But we're not going to ram off at the road just for the sake of ramming it.
The game of cat and mouse starts again.
They're there.
There are now 4 police cars in the area trying to block off escape routes.
Stand by.
While the cop car in front goes left, Nick turns right to head off the Astra from doubling back.
Yes, I'll be unable to get to the lead vehicle. I believe there's 2 of us behind me. I don't know if it's seat back, Julian.
But before Andy and Nick can catch up,
We're out running.
the pursuit is over.
We managed to contain the vehicle. We are
Griffith Road.
3 other units have it cornered, as well as its driver.
Do us a favour, stay on that footpath, don't come off it. Footpath, do as you're told, don't come off.
Down there, Matt. Down there, Matt.
The young man is arrested for failing to stop and dangerous driving.
He's not getting out of that box.
Yeah, that is what we call a tactical resolution. This vehicle's failed to stop for us. But as you can see, 3 police cars damaged. It's not good, but nobody's hurt. That's the main thing. That's all we're bothered about. This car's off the road. He's locked up. Job done.
It's what we joint job to do. That's why we all like our nights, because that's why I wanted to be a cop. Blue lights and sirens, chasing around, trying to catch people actually doing it rather than going down and recording the crime later.
The driver of the silver Astra that kept giving police the slip has been reported for dangerous driving, failing to stop for police, and driving with no insurance. It's nearly 2 a.m. On the border of North and West Yorkshire, Tim and Ben are still waiting for the stolen Isuzu.
Extra India 1-4, we've got a decamp of 1 male on whilst the vehicle was moving. Vehicle still contiguous, but Norman Lane now.
They're listening to another chase unfolding further south. Traffic cop Dan Robson is after a stolen white van.
The vehicle's doing speeds, we're looking at double the speed limit, if not a little bit more. You start to think, if we get a little bit too stupid, we might have to abort the pursuit. It came around the corner, and for some unknown reason, the driver decided he was going to pull an handbrake turn. Effectively stopped in the road, but then set off again.
The runaway van is heading out of town, straight towards Tim and Ben.
Coming our way, this pursuit.
Having sat up all night waiting for their elusive Isuzu, this seems like a more promising target.
Yeah.
Get in, Harrogate Road now towards the airport, speed 60 miles an hour. Traffic still light, so it's good.
Might get Stinger out somewhere. Yeah.
If the 2 cops can get ahead of it, they're going to try and set a trap.
We knew that North Yorkshire were up at the airport and we're less than half a mile away from them now, so you're starting to think, this is good, you know, we're going to get this guy here now, he's not going to get away.
Get here, get on roundabout.
Rafi, it's on its way to the airport now, is it?
Go on.
Mate, this isn't. I can't run or I've got no hard cover.
What do you want to use? Bridges, parapet?
I don't know if you want to set up a Stinger. It's just on 58, or 658 towards airport.
Tim has only seconds to set the trap. The stolen van is speeding towards them at nearly 80 miles an hour.
Keep me updated, boys.
Stinger out, you'll have him.
Nice.
Just hit camera at airport. It goes past the airport.
Stinger's successful.
Vehicle stuck. What's the roundabout? Just outside the airport. Come by.
Go on, Ben, leave me.
It was textbook really, because he's lost his front tyres, he's got no control, but he's obviously intent on getting away. He locked the doors, which wasn't very friendly, so one of the lads used his baton. We managed to get into the vehicle, and it seemed like half the force was there. It was a bit like the OK Corral.
Stop resisting, you idiot!
Can you get him, mate?
Driver's detained. Top Stinger.
It may not have been an Isuzu, but it's a textbook stop for Ben and Tim.
The Sting's clearly done the job. It's deflated the tyres. It's only been about 200, 250 yards from where Tim stung it to the roundabout and it's lost control straight away. Tried to put it in reverse and rammed me. Fortunately, it's dug into the ground. I managed to get the driver out and he's been arrested. So, stolen vehicle and we've got him detained.
He hadn't seen Stinger, don't think, till last second, so I think he clipped a curb, tried to get up past it, but that bouncing back on the road, and it looks like it's been successful and one in custody and a stolen van recovered. Just shows you in this job you've always got to be switched on, because from one instance at waiting for something to come to high octane action with that coming past you at 80 mile an hour, which Stinger out in road. So yeah, it just shows you that how quickly things can change. But you know, happy days.
The 24-year-old man stung in the white van was found guilty of dangerous driving and driving whilst disqualified and without insurance. He's been jailed for 7 months and banned from driving for 2 years. He was not charged with theft of the van. It's 5 p.m, 2 miles northwest of Bradford city centre.
X-ray Romeo 30.
Traffic cops Paul Feather and Darren Wood from West Yorkshire's Safer Roads team are 3 hours into their afternoon shift, when automatic number plate recognition cameras trigger an alert for a suspect car.
Found vehicles are silver Astra, active in West Yorkshire.
Just responding to an ANPR hit, the silver Vauxhall Astra. So it looks like it is on the false plates. Got into area now where it might come towards us. We've got other units in the area.
But before Daz and Fev have a chance to track it down, a more urgent call about another cloned car comes in.
These two individuals had balaclavaed up, approached a female, dropping the kids off at a nursery school in Bradford and attempted to take a car from her. I think they're scumbags who do that, you know, real scumbags.
Go towards Keith. Romeo 10, we're going to go up through Queensbury.
This time the carjackers didn't succeed, but they're still on the prowl in a stolen silver Golf.
There's no doubt that because it's a stolen car, it will fail to stop for us. So we'll end up in some kind of pursuit.
I think it's going towards Keighley, or is it coming towards town?
30, is it going towards Bradford, or we think it's going out towards Keighley?
We were making our way into Girlington, and we thought we'll go this route because there's a good chance of us dropping on this car. What's this here coming out of this junction? And as we were travelling up Wetley Lane, we spotted it.
It's there.
Yeah.
30.
30, we've got it junction Wetley Lane with Fairbank Road. I'm going to block it here. Yeah.
Considering at this point, can we put a preemptive box on it to get it blocked in?
It's going to go.
We don't really use members at public to block vehicles in, so it did manage to squeeze its way through the traffic. It's going to interrupt. Yeah, behind Golf Kilo 14, Wetley Lane, up towards the vehicles failing to stop, junction. Well, straight away, everything's coming at you fast. Vehicles failing to stop, got take-back authority. It's getting up to rush hour, so there's a lot more people on the road. Yes, in a suitable vehicle. Speed is 70, it's going up towards Toller Lane. We're on Toller Lane.
He started overtaking cars really quickly. We were doing 70 miles an hour in a 30. The Golf has then shot across the gap in the central reservation.
Wrong side.
It's gone wrong.
Yes, it's gone wrong side.
Towards Lillycroft Road.
Towards Lillycroft Road, we've had to abort, but other units, go left. They don't play by rules. We're governed by rules, and we will stick to our rules.
I knew it'd be there, that's all right. Cut through, is that?
We're just a little bit unlucky there, that car.
With the cops disappointed, they start combing the streets when a call comes in.
Have you ever got any other traffic units, please?
Now the Golf has hit another car.
A taxi driver had been hit by the Golf after it had made off from us. Okay, do you want to tell us what happened?
Because I didn't see it because when it happened so quickly. So
what colour was it?
With a silver colour.
Silver?
Silver colour, yeah.
If you're just driving down the road and then suddenly another car overtakes you at twice the speed limit, and scrapes down the side of your car, that's shocking enough, but then it just carries on and drives off. What the heck's happening?
I think we've got an idea of which car we're involved, so I'll give you the details of that car, and then hopefully you can ring the insurance company and let them know. All right.
They're putting everybody's lives at risk for their own selfish needs.
With no further sightings of the stolen Golf, for Daz and Paul, the hunt is over.
No, it's disappeared, gone into the night.
It's cops and robbers. Sometimes the cops win, sometimes they don't win. But it doesn't matter who these people are, eventually the luck runs out.
But although they've lost the carjackers,
Erratic, Thornton Road.
the other car on clone plates they were originally looking for has been spotted on the other side of Bradford.
Closed vehicle in West Yorkshire area on a silver Vauxhall Astra.
Traffic cops Stephen Wright and Bob Hoyle are on high alert for a Vauxhall Astra.
Because it'll come this way, won't it? So.
For local boy Bob, this is home turf.
I mean, Bradford is my hometown. I support the local Bradford City.
True vehicle is a Ford Focus.
I come to work. I don't know what I'm going to do from one day to the next, but I know that I'm going to be busy. It's one of those places. There's always somebody doing something that shouldn't be doing.
So hopefully we're coming towards us at this moment in time.
As we're travelling up Thornton Road, all of a sudden we see the silver Astra coming off the parade of shops.
That's it. That's it.
And straight away we're into pursuit situation.
Alfa Romeo 50 urgent. Just passing the school to the near side, approaching Thornton Road. Stand by.
Watch out.
We're approaching Thornton Road and requesting TPAC authority. Please double crew TPAC train. Approaching the main roundabout Clayton. Stand by. We have taken Bradford Road.
His main aim is to get to an area where they can abandon the car, where they can get out and they can run away.
Any local units to Sculmore?
I'm a local cop. I don't know where he's going to go.
Stand by. We're left into the Sculmore estate.
The Sculmore housing estate is a warren of hiding places for the driver.
We're headed for the dead end, Sculmore Road. It's going to be a bail. In fact, no, he's gone over tank traps. Stand by. Yeah, we're Lidget Avenue.
The tank traps at end here. It's a bailout.
Yeah, it's a bailout. It's a bailout. It's a white male driver in a grey hooded top, dark grey bottoms.
Open the gate now.
Sprayed him over the fence into his face, and that had the desired effect. I keep myself relatively fit, so I feel I can run after anybody and give him a good foot chase, but Bobo I'm not so sure about.
This young man, I believe, is a passenger from this vehicle that we've just pursued, which, looking at it, looks like it's going to be on false plates. Bob's here with the male who we believe to be the driver. There is still one outstanding, his unit's looking for him.
It's burning my eyes, I'm not lying to you.
The effects of pepper spray can last for up to an hour.
It'll dry off in a minute. Keep your hands away from it, don't rub it.
You sprayed me in my mouth though.
Yeah, but don't rub it. Put your legs in, but you keep your head out.
Nobody likes being sprayed in the face, it is horrible, but you know, it's not meant to be like perfume, it is to incapacitate.
Well, my eyes are burning, you just sprayed me.
Yeah, but you can't have it on your face, is what I keep telling you.
Whinging on about, sprayed me in the face, in his mouth, I think he said, you know. Still a good shot as far as I'm concerned, it still worked.
I'm just going to ask you for a breath test because I can smell alcohol on your breath, okay?
Just a little bit too short there, mate.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Right. If I could focus straight, I'll be able to.
Right.
If you fail to provide, that's an offence, okay?
Keep going, keep going. That's brilliant. On to police station, all right?
The lad blows twice the legal limit.
I'll see you.
We've also got to tell you you're under arrest on suspicion of drink driving. Okay.
Have we been through this car?
What started as a call about a car on clone plates has led to the arrest of a young man suspected of drink driving, failing to stop for the police, and dangerous driving.
By driving like that, he's endangering everybody. He's endangering us, members of the public, himself, his passengers. That sort of behaviour, it's not going to be tolerated.
Driver of the silver Astra on cloned plates has been charged with dangerous driving, drink driving, driving whilst disqualified, failure to stop for police and no insurance, and is awaiting trial. His passenger received a community resolution for possession of cannabis. Young criminals aren't just carjacking to get their hands on high-powered cars. In West Yorkshire last year, 1 in 8 households fell victim to burglary.
Papa 5-3.
Traffic cops Darren Wood and Paul Feather are on a mission to catch burglars and keep them off the roads.
Catching a burglar is the grand prize, isn't it?
Burglars, they're going out committing misery, aren't they, and taking something that doesn't belong to them. Usually it's 2-in-1 burglaries where they'll go out, break into your house, take your car keys and take your car. We try and disrupt them and cause as much pain as possible, in the sense that we're going to try and lock them up and catch them.
It's 10 p.m. on the outskirts of Bradford. Daz and Paul's shift is drawing to a close when colleagues put out an urgent call for help.
We heard on the radio that a patrol car were behind a van that was failing to stop.
The police suspect the van and its occupants have been involved in an alleged burglary minutes earlier.
Picked up by a beat car, who's then started a pursuit with it.
Speed is at the 60 in a 30 limit.
Unlike the traffic cops, the officers following the suspects don't have the authority to chase speeding vehicles.
Again, just by the piece of it on Halifax Road.
Coming towards us.
We're sort of all thinking, game on.
We're now offside, wrong side of Bollard. Speed is 80, still safe to continue.
It's a Ford Transit.
We are so sorry, if you can get back up, please.
The patrol car dropped back, they let us pass so we could take over. We're all thinking, where's this van going?
At the moment, we've got 3 TPAT train vehicles behind this van at the moment, so if anybody else can get ahead of us and get a stinger on, please.
They're weaving in and out of traffic, and there's dust and stones all flying up in the air.
With the cops ready to box in the van, the suspect driver ups the stakes.
We come to Killinghall Road, which is quite a busy junction with Leeds Road. We just barrel through that junction at between 60 and 70 miles an hour.
Smells like cannabis.
We can smell this really strong smell of cannabis, and it's coming through vents in car, driving along, getting higher cells.
Commander, you've got 4 TPAT units, 4 TPAT units.
The van's been on the run for over 20 minutes.
Where than we are, fuel in a minute.
Crash, crash, crash.
Crash, out running.
We are en route.
Saw a lad in dark clothing running up the road. All that's going through my mind is I've got to get that person. My colleagues had spotted him behind a car, so I ran over there and got hold of him there, and he's still wearing his balaclava, fully dressed head to toe in black.
Let's stand up against there. Ain't got his details yet.
Bloody balaclava off as well.
Yeah.
Stay down.
Which pocket? Cigarettes?
No, don't feel it. Never check. Never check.
You're under arrest for burglary, okay? Not with it.
With the passenger arrested, the driver is also caught.
Wearing the stuff as well, it's quite funny really, like a scene off a film, I suppose.
Is he our prisoner?
Right, we'll go book him in. Theft of the van until otherwise established where it's come from.
We've gone up and had a look at the van. Pretty much straight away I could see that there was a set of number plates taped over the top, so it's on cloned plates. So then we've opened the door.
Not only is the van suspected stolen, so are its contents.
Quad bike's been taken this evening, and there's a bag of cannabis in the back here as well.
2 bags?
Well, boxes of it.
Loads of it.
And we could smell that when we were behind it.
It's turned out a good result, that. Good result. 2-0 to police, 2 prisoners.
When you first see him and he's head to toe in black clothing, he's got a balaclava on, you think this is going to be some nasty piece of work. But when we actually got a chance to speak to him, he seemed a fairly decent lad, and certainly not someone you'd expect to be directly involved in crime like this.
He's been arrested on suspicion of burglary because there's believed to be a stolen quad bike in the back of the van, theft of the van, and there's a large quantity of cannabis in the back of the van, so he's been arrested on suspicion of possession with intent to supply, Class B. While my colleague's booking in, I'm going to give you a search. Can you just pop your jacket off for me? This lad, he's got 2 young kids, but at the end of the day, he's wearing a balaclava. It's those 2 kids he should be thinking about rather than his own selfish needs. You run that risk of hurting yourself when you're in one of those vans or cars, don't you?
Especially going through junctions.
You don't know who's going to come out of a side street. You don't know who's going to run out across a road.
Especially in a van. Imagine if that van come barrelling through lights and...
Game over then, isn't
Game over, innit?
And then one of us has got to go round to your house and tell them what's happened, don't we? Well, both of us are family liaison officers, and both of us have to go give warnings. We have to both go around and knock on someone's door and tell them that their relative's been killed. I'm probably a bit hardened to it these days, to be honest. I think I deal with these people so often that I've seen it all before, heard it all before.
You need to start acting like an adult, and especially if you've got children, because you're going to be their role model. There's people now I've dealt with years ago, and we've started dealing with their kids when they get older. So you've got to step up, haven't you, if you're going to be a father.
The balaclavaed males arrested on suspicion of burglary and on suspicion of possession with intent to supply cannabis are currently on bail. 70 miles away near Selby.
Not bad for Wednesday morning in Selby, no. It's usually not too busy at this time of day, but it just shows you. You never know which one's going to fail to stop.
Road crime team officers Tim Wilson and Ben Astin are on the hunt for another firearm suspect.
Echo.
Guess down here, is it?
I'm guessing. I don't know where Slayton is, mate.
A man in his early 20s has allegedly been making threats with a gun.
Romeo Charlie 91294, just go again with your location.
There is firearms on the streets, but naive to think anything otherwise. There's always a risk, but you know, if I looked at every risk every day, then you know I probably wouldn't go out and do my job.
Yes, yeah, 3 cars out.
A suspect has been spotted in nearby Selby in a blue Mercedes, and now a team of 3 unmarked cop cars are scouring the area.
The will catch you up. We've been parked there about 10 minutes, and with that we see the right make, the right model, the right colour coming past us.
That's it?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Where are we going?
Straight on. Romeo Charlie 91. That Mercedes passed us, A1041.
We've identified that it's the right model, but then we've got to get close enough to identify the reg is correct. So that means you've got to get within a proximity where they're going to be able to see you.
Romeo Charlie 91, we're just close on it, but I'm going to confirm it is the vehicle, it is, yeah. I'll just maintain a commentary so the other unit's closing in, know where we are. We are now passing, we are committed.
As we get behind him, he starts to position towards the centre of the road, which suggests potentially we're looking for an overtake.
Speed has dropped down to 40. We've got a right-hand indication towards the traveller's site at Carlton. This is going to be Hardenshaw Lane. I know from local knowledge this road is very rarely used. It's seen us, mate. It's now or never. What do you want to do?
We've got a split-second decision to make, so we decide to go for the stop.
Yeah, lights are on. Romeo Charlie 91 urgent. I believe the vehicle is failing to stop. We're Hardenshaw Lane, double crew, T-Pack trained unit. Speed is 50. Can we have permission for pursuit, please? It's left onto Sandwith Lane. Can we have M-Pass and dogs towards, please? I am expecting a decamp shortly. Romeo Charlie 91, we maintain Sandwith Lane, stand by. It's a right. We're on Race Lane, stand by. It's going down a dirt track. I believe this is a dead end. Stand by for runners.
It was something like Wacky Races once we got going down them back roads. You know, I think he thought he was on a PlayStation game.
Romeo Charlie 91, have we got permission to continue pursuit, please?
Back end of the vehicle on several occasions was going airborne, and I genuinely thought he'd completely lost control of it.
Boys, look where Race Lane comes out and get to the other end. We're losing ground on them on this dirt track.
So as we come round the corner and past the trees, you see the vehicle, the Mercedes parked in the ditch.
Yeah, he's crashed.
9-1, it appears to be a crash. Full alley lane. Stand by for runners. Can we have them pass through us, please? There's nobody in the vehicle.
9-1, 10 passes are negative in Newcastle.
He's just got out and ran. Undeterred, I've got out and ran. I've just had to gamble and run into the woodland and try and locate him.
He's not usually that keen for a good run, but if there's a prisoner at the end of it, then yeah, he'll definitely be first one out on the way.
On the outskirts of Selby, North Yorkshire, cops are on the hunt for a firearms suspect.
Stand by, it's going down a dirt track. I believe this is a dead end.
Traffic cops Tim Wilson and Ben Astin chased his blue Mercedes along a dirt track.
9-1, it appears to be a crash.
Until he ditched his vehicle and fled on foot.
Because he's nosed the front end in, the back wheels are still spinning. With no one in it, so it was a bit peculiar.
9-1, the male's running again.
Ben spotted a man running he thinks is the fleeing driver.
Yeah, it's right lane, I believe he's on. Running directly to the traveller's side. He's a half mile in front of me.
Where we initially thought we were going to go, which is the traveller's site, he's running towards, and Ben's about half mile behind him, so he's got him on view across fields.
But just when Ben thinks he's got him in his sights, news comes in.
Has he got him?
On the other side of the field, their colleagues think they've caught the runners.
Gaffy, I think we've got hold of him on site, mate. Somehow bumped into him.
Do you want to go round to him?
Now it's up to Ben to confirm whether the man being held is the driver.
His two males cut to shreds. He's got cuts all over him, and as I've been running through that woodland, there is a lot of brambles about. As we were pursuing the vehicle, we obviously got a side-on view a couple of times within the vehicle, and I'm confident I'll be able to identify who the driver was.
But as Ben goes to identify the suspect, back at the crash site, there's been a twist.
Just come this way.
Another man's walked up to Tim and handed himself in, claiming he was driving the Mercedes.
He just walked down from woodland there and walked towards us and identified himself as driver. He is the insured party on the vehicle, so we'll have to do some inquiries to see if he was the driver or not. Very peculiar. A, because the view that we initially had was of a slim lad and he wasn't a slim lad. And B, because it was absolutely caked where the driver had ran off, mud everywhere. Just sitting there, pal. But the more he stood there, the more I looked him up and down and thought, why have you not got a speck of mud on you if you were meant to run across them fields? Negative, mate. It looks like he's just got out of a laundrette or something. Dry as a bone, not a bit of mud on him. This male that's walked out of the bushes and told us he was driver, the dog's just going to track back from where he's come from to see if he's dumped anything in the bushes, if he's come back to see if his car's been seized or maybe drive off in it again.
While the dogs are following the trail of the new man, Ben is identifying the two young guys caught by his colleagues.
He's definitely a driver. Other lad, I'm not confident they were him. What have you got in your pockets, if anything?
Literally nothing.
Nothing? You literally got nothing on you? He's absolutely soaked wet through. He's taken his trainers off. It's evident he's been running across fields, trying to get away from us, and he's failed.
While the real suspect runaway driver is arrested,
Mate, the dog's tracking, so I'm going with it. It's pointless doing a search if he's tracking.
the decoy driver has been sniffed out.
He's just updated Dogman that it goes back to Traveller's site, so it's suggesting that this lad that said he was driver's come out from Traveller's site and hand himself in. So chances are he's not driver, he's just trying to take racks, he's insured on it. And maybe he don't want to get in trouble, I don't know.
There's no sign of any guns, but Tim's found something suspicious in the car.
Yes, there's a large amount of cash, probably about 500 quid in broken down notes. So we'll just seize that and he'll have to account for why that's in his vehicle. At the minute, when I get paid, I don't generally get paid in screwed up bundles of £20 notes. Can only assume that he wanted his cash back, because the first thing he's talking about is the cash that's in the vehicle. So you can only assume that he expects to get that back and be on his way. If he's saying he's driver, your wish is my command, is in handcuffs and he's going to a police station. If you're stupid enough to say you're driver when you want, then you can be stupid enough to sit in a cells and talk about it for a few hours. Cheers, gents.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you to it. Good luck.
The driver suspected of firearms offences, who ditched his car in a field, is awaiting trial for dangerous driving, failing to stop, disqualified driving and no insurance. No action has been taken against him for any firearms offences. The man who pretended to be the driver was found guilty of obstructing a police officer in the execution of his duty. It's just after midnight in Leeds, and traffic cops Dan Robson and Rob Owens are 3 hours into their night shift.
It is too cold and wet out there.
I am damp.
You need to get to the doctors about that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's failing to stop. Can I request a feedback units, please? I'm South Accommodation Road towards M621.
Oh.
A Volkswagen Bora has failed to stop for a police dog unit.
Can I ram me, I think, to stand by?
I think it was last seen South Accommodation towards the M62.
X-ray Romeo 61, where are you now? We're just going down Easy Road.
Yeah, it's gone wrong way, South Accommodation Road back towards the traffic light.
We travelled towards where we thought it was going to come to. Lo and behold, the car comes towards us.
Here it is.
Going up the wrong side of the carriage rail.
We've got it now. 6-1, it's going on to Easy Road, double crew to T-back train in a suitable vehicle, if we can have authority. We're left onto Easy Road. When the pursuit starts, I won't lie, there's a feeling of nervousness. Speed is 50 miles per hour, road is damp, it is drizzling, traffic's light, it's safe to continue. You get a bit of an adrenaline dump, obviously, you know, someone's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Now stand by. Everything's ordinary. And then all of a sudden, there's 1,000,001 things to do, and you've got to be on it. 6-1, we're now on Ivy Street, then it's right on to...
The car is being driven at reckless speeds through the narrow streets of a council estate.
General direction of Osmonthorpe Lane, back way out that way. We're through lights, through red lights, underneath the railway track. Still safe to continue. And we're wrong way round roundabout onto Cartmel Drive, heading away from Selby Road. 6-1, is it dog unit that's behind us?
Other units are converging on this potentially lethal pursuit.
We actually do start to think to yourself, why has this person driven off from us?
Towards the flats. And we're dead end now, we're going to get...
Oh, no, we're not dead end, no, we're not dead end. Most people do not compound a very small traffic offence by making off from the police and driving dangerously.
6-1, we are now towards the top of the estate, and he's giving up.
Stay there! Stay there! Do not move!
Stopped, vehicles stopped, no damage to police vehicles.
Give me your hands! Stay there! Do not fight, there's a dog there! He's actually pulled up outside his mum's house. I think the last time that I ran home to my mum was when I was about 7 or 8 years old. Give me your hands! For some reason, the driver's jumped into the back seat of the car, maybe in a strange attempt to avoid the fact that he was driving. I failed to realise we were actually parked alongside him at the time and saw him do it. Stop fighting.
I am fighting, mate.
Stop resisting me.
I am, you doing that, please. Stop, mate.
Put him in yours.
The cops now need to know what this driver has to hide.
You got anything on you shouldn't have?
What, no, mate?
Could be he's disqualified, he's drunk, he's actually wanted by the police for some serious offences maybe.
South in Leeds, West Yorkshire traffic cops Dan Robson and Rob Owens chased a VW Bora. After 6 frantic minutes, the driver finally stopped. He then hopped into the back seat, right in front of the cops, perhaps hoping to throw them off the scent.
Stop fighting.
I am fighting, mate.
Stop resisting me.
I am, you doing that, please. Stop, mate.
The cops are baffled by the driver's behaviour.
You got anything on you shouldn't have?
What, no, mate?
It's becoming more and more prevalent these days where people don't stop for the police because they've got some form of drug on them. What's all that about then?
Well, we've just got a takeaway, we're just going home. I've just got a cat.
Right. Do you want it to go cold? You take away.
No, and then I've cut for him to bid on me, so like a silicone, because I've got 8 points over there, I've got a letter for information.
Oh, so you got
What, have you got no insurance or something?
No, I've just got it right.
Yeah, so you got no docs.
A while ago, I've come up here and got
Right.
takeaway, got my dogs.
So you've chipped for having no licence and no insurance and driven like that? He said that the only reason he'd failed to stop was because he didn't have licence or insurance, which frankly is stupid. And you just think, nah, you're telling me poker's here. I don't know if there's something else to it, but yeah, it's that, mate.
We'll find out when we get out to the police station what real score is. There's mostly some mixed eye. No one drives like what he's done for just no docs.
The driver's girlfriend admits she's carrying cannabis. Is this why he's driven so dangerously?
Is there any chance of me getting me tobacco off her before I go?
You can't smoke at the police station anyway, pal.
And can I leave her some money?
What for?
What, to get home?
Well, she's going to get locked up as well.
She's getting locked up as well.
Yeah. Not only have they got locked up for the night, but I think they were more bothered about the fact that they'd spent £10 on a kebab each. £10 on a kebab. And they hadn't got to eat it, so I'm sorry about that.
The cops take the couple back to Elland Road Station.
You what?
You whip them off?
No, we don't whip them off until we get up to booking thing.
So you've got them on all the time?
Yeah, you have, yeah. Just relax.
It turns out the drugs aren't the only reason for the driver's frantic attempts to get away.
Lay down, you're all right, you can sit up.
Checks on the police national computer reveal that he's wanted for other crimes. Every day of the year, the traffic cops are doing all they can to stop drugs crime. In Scarborough, Dan Hughes and Pete Woods have been on shift for 4 hours.
It's almost getting to the time when you're having an iron about whether we'd go and get some chips for dinner. But suddenly, you see things out the corner of your eye.
A young man on a scooter draws their attention.
Mopeds are inevitably driven by young drivers, and very, very rarely do you see a moped or a low-powered motorcycle with no L plates.
We had no L plate on the front and none on the back.
No. Straight away, that sort of pricks your sensors.
Gone left. First right down Asheville. Could be anything from just a young lad who's decided not to put L plates on his bike. It could be the fact that the moped's just been stolen.
And a right again. What, she's gone down the alleyway at the side.
It could be running drugs about.
Clear left.
It could be absolutely anything.
He's gone back again, hasn't he?
He effectively went straight back out onto the road that initially turned off.
There's a nice screw in the 11. An accomplished rider, braking on the bend.
So straight away, you think, is he trying to avoid? Is he trying to lose? Is he trying to see if the police are interested in him?
Pinfold Road. This is going to take a funny route.
I didn't really see how old he looked.
Now then, you're right. What sort of driving licence have you got?
Provisional.
Have you? Where's your L plates?
I took them off the other day, it snapped off, look. It's off on back, look.
Where is it snapped? That's just screw holes.
Yeah, the screws come through, you know, little cheap screws. That's
Right.
all it was. It just snapped clean off, you know.
Yeah, doesn't look... Why have you not got an L plate on the front either then?
Because I didn't know I needed one.
Yeah, you have to have them front and back.
Yeah, I just didn't know that, that's all.
Right.
If I put them on when I get home, will that be okay?
No.
He is a bit ducky and divey, and he's a bit sort of, but it's all right, yeah, I know I should have my L plates, and he tries to sort of laugh it off.
I was only going to go to Tesco Express, you know.
Ah, right, okay.
Maybe in the vain hope that we'll just say, right, okay, get your L plates and off you go, without realising that we're going to dig a little bit more deeply in this.
All right.
The cops suspect this rider might be playing fast and loose with the truth.
Charles, could I trouble you for a quick driving licence check, please, and a chap I've got stopped? You been in bother before, Frau?
I haven't, no.
Nothing at all?
No.
Coming back, no trace.
Yeah.
So there's certain little alarm bells start to ring. Is he giving true details? You know, is he lying about who he is?
I'd have just, what do you call it? I'd have just done one, you know. Well, I wouldn't have done one, but you get what I mean?
Well, you tried to do one, didn't you, really?
No, not really.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Do one on that. Have you seen that man Beamer? What is it, 3 litre or something compared to that? No, a chance.
Despite all his protesting of his innocence, you know, he's not going any further on this.
I know you're telling me you've got a provisional licence, but The checks that I've done on 2 different DVLA systems there show that there's no existence of a licence full stop. Either way, even if you had a provisional...
Can't I just produce?
Listen, I'm also going to seize your bike under section 165 of the Road Traffic Act for driving otherwise in accordance with a licence. So I'll give you some paperwork in relation to that as well.
All right, mate. Oscar Romeo 68 accent. When he was there at the roadside speaking to us, he was a little bit hyper, a little bit jumping about all over the place.
Jesus Christ.
It just gives you that little bit of an inkling that perhaps he's had something that he shouldn't have had.
Do you use drugs at all?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have smoked in it before, but not
Have you not? Right.
But I do smoke cannabis.
You smoke cannabis, do you? Okay. Whilst I'm starting to fill my paperwork out, I'm going to give you a drug wipe. Open your mouth. What this does is it analyses your saliva for the presence of either cannabis or cocaine.
I can brush my teeth from now on if you want.
Hey,
you do a good job, does he?
He must do.
We give those devices 8 minutes. You know, within about 3 or 4 minutes, that was lighting up like a Christmas tree. 2 big bright red lines to say, I've got cannabis in my system.
Shake your hands out of your pockets. That's showing a positive reading there.
Yeah.
For cannabis.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this moment in time, you're also under arrest on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit of cannabis. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your
Well, can you
defence
get
if you
done
don't
for
mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court.
Can you?
Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Right, it's coming down this way and sit in the back of the van for us. Yeah.
You're not going to be sat here age mix. I suffer from
what?
panic attacks and that.
You'll be all right.
Small spaces.
Get myself in the back.
Can you take these off, please?
We'll take them off when I get to the nick. Just sit yourself down.
You put air conditioning on.
In-flight service, be around in a minute.
Well, that was a nice little tickle, wasn't it? As soon as he turned left and then went right again, you knew there was a job in that.
There was something in it somewhere, wasn't
there? You knew there was a job there. Just when I was contemplating chips.
Arriving back in custody a little later, there's some news that doesn't entirely surprise Dan and Pete.
What? Is it?
Yeah, they were sat in a consultation room, so I've shoved him in a cell now.
It would appear that he's given us false details at the side of the road. The details that he gave us, lo and behold, didn't match any trace of a driving licence.
The police have been able to find out the man's true identity using a high-tech fingerprint scanner.
So if you listen to the officer, he needs to further arrest you for another offence, okay?
Yeah.
Because you're giving us false details, that's obstructing police, so you're further arrested for that offence.
The reason I did it is because the lad who I bought the bike off, it was all in his name, so he said to me, when you go out on it, he says, use it in my name. So what happens now? I go for my blood and then what happens?
Well, the custody sergeant needs to just go through a few bits with you again, because obviously he's taken some details from me initially that were wrong. He was giving Mickey Mouse details, but with his own date of birth. Sadly, I wasn't the mathematician that I should have been. No Carol Vorderman, because he kept telling me he was 19, and his date of birth's 1995, isn't it? It's 21.
A routine bread and butter stop for no L plates on a moped has ended up with a guy getting locked up into the cells for driving off of the limit in relation to drugs, driving otherwise in accordance to the driving licence, no insurance on his bike, and also for obstructing the police by giving false details. Shake the tree, see what falls out of it. And if at the end of the day we can make a little bit of difference, make the place a little bit safer, then that's the ultimate goal. And little by little, hopefully, we're doing it.
In Gildersham, Leeds, Paul Feather is back out on patrol with colleague Matt Leahy on West Yorkshire's Operation Viper, an ongoing campaign targeting car crime and burglary.
Yeah, we're just a white transit that's doing rounds in Gildersham Spur.
With the recent spike in van theft, Paul's keeping a particular eye out for transits.
My attention's drawn to this white Ford Transit. I've looked across, there's one male in it. There was just something about him I didn't like, and I thought I'll just have a spin round and see what he does. He's shown all the telltale signs that there's something wrong. He's turned off straight away.
Coming for in 5 minutes, mate, for more his details.
Yeah, we've got it stopped too. Maybe not. He probably thought he could get away, then realised, oh God, it's It's an industrial estate and it's a compound, and he's panicking at this point, thinking, where am I going to go from here? Yeah, build us some spur. Then he's come hurtling towards us like he wants to get away. It's failed to stop. Going towards 650.
Stop.
Yeah.
India 1-2 urgent. Yeah, India 1-2, we've got a vehicle failed to stop, wait for the road. It's going off road. Yeah.
You're not going to get away from a car in a van. We're all going to be sat there. Whether you take as many risks as you can to get away, you're not going to check the BMW with a transit unless you do something really, really stupid.
Yeah, India 1-2, we've got a vehicle failed to stop, wait for the road. It's going off road, wait for drivers out.
The next thing, I'm met by this body falling out of this driver's side of the van. It was such a shock to actually see him there. He's right in front of me. Yeah, he's gone off road, crashed it. He's running towards 621, white male, dark clothing. He's got a woolly hat on. He's gone in the sort of wasteland between 621 and Gilson roundabout. As Matt's gone across the field after him, he's took his life in his own hands to cross over 6 lanes at motorway and 2 slip roads to get away. He's that desperate to get away.
Now, with the suspect on the run, officers are searching the area for clues.
He's left us a bit of vital evidence at the scene. Due to the field being sort of unsteady, he's had a woolly hat on, and these sharpy sort of twigs that are coming out of these bushes has took his hat off. So he's going to leave us some nice DNA in there. So we did recover the hat, so we've seized that as evidence of, let's try and find out who it is. So they'll go for some sort of DNA, low copy DNA on it.
With the search for the suspect over, the cops will now take the van for forensic testing.
The van itself, having run it through, were on false plates and it was stolen. So there's a recovered Ford Transit. So my instinct was right, so Bobby's nose at the end of the day, and we've got a stolen vehicle back.
The young lad who threw himself out of the speeding van,
It's going off road, wait for the drivers out.
has not yet been identified, but the case is still under investigation. It's the start of another shift in Leeds, West Yorkshire. Traffic cops Rob Owens and Dan Robson are playing fantasy patrol cars.
The Volvo T5, which was an awesome car. You get Vectra VXRs, which were awesome cars.
We should do like Dubai and Abu Dhabi and have like hypercars. Let's have a Veyron. I dare say people would still be stupid enough to take chasing on.
We get a lot of vehicles around here driven by younger end who don't appreciate being stopped by the police, and so will actually make every attempt they can to try and avoid us. Car theft is a young man's game, so there's a lot of 16, 17-year-olds coming through. So you tend to deal with a lot of young kids as well, and they don't like being arrested, especially like when it's the first, second, third time or whatever. They're trying to outdo us and we're trying to outdo them. So we'll see who's successful this time.
They're on the lookout for any suspicious vehicles.
Car snicked and burglars, which tend to be faster cars, top of the range things that people either can't afford to drive and want to have a bit of a play in them, or cars that are stolen to order where the parts are expensive, so they tend to knock them down for parts these days.
Rob spots a silver Audi S3. It's a popular choice for local boy racers.
Yeah, abandoned it somewhere. No, it's slowed right down now, hasn't it?
This car seems to be legitimate. But as the lights change, the driver puts his foot down.
Oh, go, go, go. Go, go, go.
I don't think any police officer would say they actively want to have a pursuit because they are dangerous. But when a pursuit starts, there's a feeling of nervousness because you don't want anyone to get hurt, and it is exciting.
Alfa Romeo 60, got a vehicle failing to stop on Roundy Road towards Roundy Park, an Audi S3.
You've got a responsibility to try and bring that person to justice, but obviously there's a need to temper that with safety.
Speed is 70 miles an hour, traffic is light, visibility is good, because it's back authority, please.
So you take a deep breath and you get on with it, so you can try and bring it to an end.
With the Audi they're chasing capable of speeds of 150 miles an hour, it's going to be a challenge.
Yes, that's acknowledged. Just approaching the junction with Eastleigh Road, stand by for direction. He is left, which is a technically continuation of Weatherby Road, heading up towards the Ring Road. Speed is 100 miles an hour, stand by for direction.
Even by cutting corners, the cops are struggling to keep up.
Yes, it is safe to continue. We're straight on, towards the roundabout with York Road, I think. We are York Road. Sorry. We are York Road out of Leeds. He's pulling away from us, to be honest. It's an S3.
The Audi driver has another trick up his sleeve.
Vehicle has gone lights out now, lights out. Spencer, you went right there, mate.
Using the dark to throw the cops off its tail.
60 has gone back towards Leeds down Barrick Road. We've taken the wrong turning because it's obviously it was lights out.
The cops have lost the Audi.
You know, for some reason, you just know it'd gone right there, but you have to commit through, don't you?
Yeah. You could argue that it doesn't matter too much that we didn't get the driver there and then. Obviously, evidentially, it's better if we can get someone from the driver's seat because they're caught red-handed. But if that doesn't happen, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
It's gone down there somewhere.
20 miles away in Leeds, Rob and Dan have tracked down the silver Audi S3 which gave them the slip earlier when it sped away with its lights off.
You're going to suggest it's round here? That'll be that there, then parked up there.
After speeding away from them at 100 miles an hour,
which way?
It's been found abandoned, and the driver was spotted running into an estate.
There could be any number of reasons why people make off from us. It seems to be a lot of the time these days that people make off for simple things like having no insurance, but your mind's racing, there could be anything. Do they have a weapon on board? Have they got drugs? Have they just committed a burglary or some other crime? Is the car stolen? We just don't know.
We've got a dog unit out who's currently searching, and he's busy garden hopping around the gardens around here, so we're putting a containment on at the moment, and then we'll hopefully be able to find him, send the dog in and bring him back out with the dog.
Is it blocked in enough in case he goes back to it? Right, I'll go make sure it's down.
The cops box the Audi in, just in case its driver doubles back and tries to make off in it again.
It appears that the gentleman who drives the car is known for drugs offences. The only potential at this time that he could have something along those lines in the car, which is why he's failed to stop in his own car.
The Audi owner lives locally. His car is registered to a nearby address.
0993.
Yes, this is the one. The likelihood is that it's him or one of his friends that's been driving it. At some point there'll be a door knock, I'm sure, that he won't want to hear.
If the young man wants his car back, he'll have to explain why it was being driven at over 100 miles an hour and by whom.
A lot of them, because they're young kids, don't realise the consequences that you can have with car chases, so you've got a sense of immortality. You're not bothered about doing 150 mile an hour down a 30 mile an hour road. They've got no idea whatsoever of what can happen. All they're bothered about is the adrenaline rush of seeing blue lights behind them.
These cars are better than our cars. Four-wheel drive, more power. Pursuits are becoming more and more common, and I think there's a cultural thing where it's seen as a badge of honour to take a chase from the police. I don't think people really think about what the potential consequences are. They don't think to themselves, well, if I crash or kill somebody else, what's going to happen? And unfortunately, sometimes it does happen, and we're left to pick up the pieces. He'll come again. He'll have to come and get his car back.
And it's an expensive car as well to lose, so we'll see what his story is.
It's early evening in Bradford, and traffic cops Steve Riley and Warren Pickard have been on shift for 3 hours.
Me and Steve are out on patrol, and we've heard that another unit tried to stop this motor vehicle that's now sped off.
What's going on, Steve?
3-4's doing something.
Oh, Lister Hills Road now, Lister Hills Road, passing the Gulf filling station on our offside.
The police suspect this is a pool car, often stolen, driven on false number plates and favoured by boy racers or criminals.
It requires at least 3 vehicles to put a box on to bring it to a conclusion safely. So we need tactics in place, which means getting our car there as quick as possible.
Right. Lakeside Road.
Lakeside Road, go. Bradford Town Centre, we're all 2 minutes away. 5-4 on road.
He was heading towards Bradford Town Centre. Now there's no way that the vehicle's going to be dumped there because they know it's full of CCTV. So the driver of the motor vehicle will be picking a more remote location.
Right.
Thornton Road. Yes. Coming towards us.
5-2, we're at the bottom by the old police station. There it is.
It's coming here. It's coming here. There it is. Go.
Unfortunately, a member of the public's it cut across us, which, yeah, a little bit frustrating. They always seem to up the ante. Wrong side out roundabout, red traffic lights, wrong side on dual carriageways. The risk that some people take is just absolutely ridiculous.
Can you just confirm you're on the right side of the road? Yes, we're on the right side of the carriageway currently. 50, no deviation, we're now at Leeds Road.
5-4, third vehicle.
50, west, Amble Street. 6, continue, speeding now, 30.
The speeding car heads into ever narrower residential streets.
Bradford's got that many little rat runs that you can use, and criminals know to use them because they're 9 times out of 10 in a smaller car than us. They know little back streets, they know where they go. They will use them to their advantage. And if that means even hitting another vehicle to get up this road, they know that that's what they're going to do because they're desperate to get away.
Right. This chap goes over the pavement and they just come to the ground.
Dead end. It's going off road. Follow.
Behind the vehicle.
The Vectra has crashed into a parked car, so the chase continues on foot.
Yes, we're on the right side of the carriageway currently.
In Bradford, traffic cops Warren Pickard and Steve Riley are part of the hunt for 2 young men in a speeding Vectra that failed to stop.
Clear left, go.
A pursuit through the city ended in a crash, and both young men made a run for it.
Stay with car.
642 to 6346. I've got one of them. Yeah, units 1 to 10 by 1 shot.
With one of the 2 runners caught, Warren examines the Vectra to find out if it's stolen.
5-4, this registration of the Vectra that's failed to stop. If I pass you it, could you give me the last 6 on chassis number, please? Make sure it's the correct vehicle.
Yeah, pass it, please. That's a negative. 082196.
Yeah, received. It's quite clearly on false plates then.
False plates are often used on pool cars to commit crimes.
Good night, have a nice sleep.
The cops have now also got the second runner.
You are in no position, mate, to discuss what is and what isn't happening.
I've got my rights, mate.
You have got your rights?
So there you go.
What do you mean, there you go?
They'll get taken out at the police station and they'll get to discuss the matter on tape, see what they come up with for reasons for not stopping. So yeah, good job. Makes a nice change for us to get all occupants. So yeah, we're happy with that one, aren't we?
You're my hero.
Happy with that one.
It's the early hours of the morning, and in an unmarked car, Mike Rowe and Chris Spencer are nearly at the end of a long shift on the lookout for reckless young drivers.
When they were chasing that white Golf the other day, it came absolutely flying past me down there, down Kentmere's.
Just check this car out, it's the only car moving. That area of Leeds, that late on, it's worth a check out in it all day long.
You're kidding me.
We're only car on road behind, and we don't mean for anyone else to stop. It's obvious who we're asking to stop. 6-1, we've got another vehicle making off on Ramshead Drive. X-ray Romeo 6-1.
120, any of you successes, please, Ramshead Drive.
Yeah, good evening again. We are double crew, T-Pack trained. Speed is 30 miles an hour. He doesn't go Billy Melt, does he? He just cruises home at normal speed limit. We're still Ramshead Drive, and the risk is low.
I think this young chap's gesticulating to us, isn't he, his passenger?
The authority for tactical purposes has been granted. Can I remind you of your
He's actually
obligations
observing
under
the 20-mile limit here almost.
Good driving. Is it not?
You expect it's going to go as fast as possible, straight away. The instant you put the lights on, it's just going to immediately just disappear. And then when they don't, you're like, oh, this is not what's supposed to happen.
Is it knowledge?
Yes, acknowledged. Risk is still low. What is actually going on? He's either got something to hide, or there's another reason why he just didn't stop it. And we are doing 30 miles an hour.
120.
The cops are very familiar with this patch of Leeds.
No way. It's this guy. Invariably, you put the blue lights on. If a car doesn't stop for you, the first thing he does is put his right foot flat down, off he goes. This lad just carried on his merry way.
What are you doing? Get out of the car. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Whose car is it?
We won't taking chase and I will bring it to where it were owned.
Why have you nicked it?
No, he's borrowed us the car, but obviously I didn't want to get it took right down there when I can bring it to his house.
And get it took from here instead?
Well, at least he's at his house and he knows we're not lying to him.
He knows all day that we know that he's not insured. All day long. As I already said, he's seen that cop car. The kid's driven the car off, A, for his own convenience, so he didn't have to walk as far, and B, in some convoluted tale of, well, I want dangerous driving and I've brought it back to where it registered so that I won't get done for stealing it because I've brought the car back.
I'm getting a summons again.
Yeah, you have. How many points you got now?
I think they've all been wiped now because I've not had a charge for so long. I knew I should have gone to Blackpool and done that crash course last.
You can't write this, can you, sometimes?
Is it his motor?
No, I just borrowed it, I just told you that.
Yeah, off who though? You haven't told me who you've borrowed it off, have you? Who have you borrowed it off?
It's not stolen anyway, so we're all right.
All right, we're just going to believe in it, are we?
Well,
it's all right, lads, yeah. It's stolen, I'm insured. All right, mate.
I'm not insured, I'm not insured, I ain't got a licence. No licence, no insurance. There's not what I can do about that. It's not a stolen car, it's registered to somebody called. Yeah.
Is it?
Hey, who's it registered to?
What's this guy's name?
Who's it registered to?
All right, see you later.
It turns out the car isn't stolen, but it is seized by the cops, and the driver will be summoned to court.
For us, that's a typical response we get of, yeah, I was just driving about, and yeah, I've got no licence or insurance or anything, and he wasn't driving fast because he didn't want to get done for dangerous driving. So it's a kind of beggars belief that it's sort of all right in his world to just drive about. Trying his best to get into the ribs of all these people and take cars off them. We're trying to reduce risks of them getting into accidents or knocking off your granny as she's got off a bus on her way home from town. Because regardless of what time of day or night, there's always someone else about who they can involve in their
stupidity.
Reckless young drivers are a big problem for the traffic cops, but at the end of a busy night, at least there are a few more of them off the roads. It's 2:30 a.m. in Halifax, West Yorkshire.
Coming through the centre of Queensbury now, mate.
PC Paul Crabtree and Special Constable Jamie Brown of the Safer Roads team are halfway through the night shift.
We're going to look at this lad.
Yeah, we'll go back and have a look.
And then after that, I absolutely need to go to the toilet. I've been trying to go for the last 3 hours.
As they drive up a country lane, a suspicious-looking Peugeot catches their eye.
It just had those signs of a car, 4 or 5 people in it, steamed up, dirty, battered, driving on a strange route at a strange time of night and accelerating when it sees us.
Gone up there, mate. I've just seen some headlights flash up.
He may well have local knowledge as to where he's headed. Unfortunately, I was born about 200 yards from where that started, so I've probably got more local knowledge than him.
5'8", Brackenbed Lane at Halifax. We've got a vehicle failing to stop. Looks like a red Peugeot 106 or something. We're going to interrupt. X-ray Romeo 5'8", urgent.
The risks involved if somebody fails to stop from us are massive. So the immediate thought is, why is he not stopping?
That's acknowledged. It's a left, Gibbet Street.
Right.
And
Francis
an immediate
Street.
right, Francis Street.
It was late at night. Has he been drinking? Is it stolen? Has it committed a burglary? Is it carrying drugs? Is it carrying weapons? And it escalates from that point onwards.
5'8", left, stand by for road name. Mount Pellon Road at Halifax, vehicle failing to stop. It's a red Peugeot, either 106 or 306, with double crew T-pack train. Left on 2, lower clay pits. Can I have authority for T-pack pursuit, please? It's Redcar Street, which is a dead end. Stand by for a decamp. It's through the bollard. And we are now Hanson Lane.
They just don't think, I don't want to get stopped by police, me. It's a pure selfish thought that they're going to take themselves out of that scenario.
And we are now Hanson Lane.
Unable to shake the traffic cops, the suspect car is now picking up speed.
Can't do it.
And running red lights.
They went through a traffic light junction on red. He must have been doing 50-60.
Yes, continuation, Hanson Lane, speed is 50 miles an hour.
But we back off, he's not going to slow down.
5'8", continuation, Francis Street.
Towards
Parkinson Lane, speed is 60 miles an hour, stand by for direction. And it's a left, Parkinson Lane.
As we go down Parkinson Lane and there's a red light, it's a case of nothing I can do about this.
Crash, King Cross Street. Go after it! Towards Parkinson Lane, speed is 60 miles an hour.
In Queensbury, on the outskirts of Halifax in West Yorkshire.
It's a red Peugeot, either 106 or 306, with double crew T-pack trained.
PC Paul Crabtree and Special Constable Jamie Brown were chasing a suspect car when it ran a red light.
Can't do it.
And disaster struck.
Crash, King Cross Street.
There's no shock, there's no pause, there's no conscience whatsoever. Just hit a car and he's off.
Taxi. While Paul chases the driver.
Stand still, stay still. Stay there, you get cuffed up. Stay there, all right?
Jamie is left with the 3 occupants of the Peugeot.
Stay still.
As well as the taxi it hit and its dazed passengers.
Stay there, fella. Stay there. Stay still for me. All right, we'll sort it. Stay still.
As an ambulance and more cops arrive, Jamie has to get them up to speed quickly.
These 3 in here, she's injured in back potentially. This failed to stop. Just look for injuries on him there for us, will you?
You happy we've got everyone out? No one else?
No, the drivers run off that way.
I want drivers.
All right, mate. Yeah, fine.
No,
we'll sort it.
You say drivers outstanding?
Drivers gone into that sort of whatever that is there. Travers has gone after him.
The taxi driver and his passengers are cut and bruised and suffering from shock.
It happened very fast, mate. Yeah, it's my first time happened in my life. Driving and suddenly just come and bang. I'm feeling okay for now, but I've got pain in my hand and my head. Yeah. And I've seen my paramedics. But lucky to escape though. Look at the bright side here. Good luck.
While the ambulance crew goes to work, the cops have a chance to quiz the 3 people in the Peugeot.
So guys, obviously the $1 million question. Why is this car not stopped with the police?
I was on the way up. Well, I was...
Because at the moment, what we'd normally do in these circumstances is all 3 of you would be arrested on suspicion of stealing the car. You were either involved in stealing it, or you were being carried in a stolen car. At the moment, that's what we obviously believe, alright? So, if anyone wants to clarify that position, here and now, obviously you're welcome to do so. You don't have to, alright? Obviously you can go to the police station, you can get legal advice and we'll go through the motions. But if anyone's got anything burning they want to tell me here and now, now's the chance.
I don't believe that the car's stolen. I was literally getting a lift home to my girlfriend and my baby.
Right.
Do you know that I weren't driving the vehicle?
I know you've said it, buddy. You sat in the wrong seat though, aren't you?
I was trying to get out.
Strange thing though.
The passengers are under arrest, but the driver has escaped.
Yeah, he's run down there, which is some like arms houses. He's climbed over a fence and a gate, sort of 6'6" gate with big spikes on top. It really, really grips me that they just get out and run off.
Do you know his first name? This bloke?
She's not talking. All they've said is, I was just getting a lift from a mate. Will you name your friend? No. Do you know what I mean? That sort of carry on.
Right. Front seat passenger knows who it is, without question.
Paul decides to give the passenger who was sitting in the driver's seat one last chance to identify the runaway.
Just excuse me one moment. Yep. So then, all your DNA is all over driver's seat, innit? Because you've been sat in there. Okay, who's driver? Well, it's you, because we've got your DNA to prove you're in driver's seat. So who's driver? Think about it, because at the minute, I can prove it's you. Don't need fingerprints, got DNA on the seat, you've been sat in it, you know you have, because you ended up across there. So who's driver? Who's your mate in back? You know the last in back that's now got to hospital? No, you don't know her, so you don't care about her either? Really? They keep this veiled sense of loyalty, which is all very well and noble, isn't it? But unfortunately, it ain't. It's nothing like that. It's just pure stupidity.
More information is coming in about the Peugeot.
Sorry, say again, mate. The address doesn't exist.
No, doesn't exist.
It's potentially what we call a pull car, so it's registered incorrectly, so it's not traceable, and then people just go and use it as and when they want to commit offences in.
As the Peugeot is uninsured, it's left the taxi driver seriously out of pocket.
The main thing being, obviously, your vehicle gets sorted out, you're all right. And,
that's the main thing, you know, I'm all right.
Of course it is, yeah.
Cars comes and goes, don't they?
Of course they do. You can get another one of them, can't get another one of you. His livelihood's been wiped out, so I've nothing but sympathy for him. And I don't like it when people like that get caught up in it. It's not fair.
They're all right, yeah.
Them in there? If I'm honest, after 15 years of policing, I don't care. I'm sick to iron teeth of dealing with people like that. I ain't bothered. I ain't remotely bothered. The only person I'm concerned about is you and anybody that you had in with you. I probably couldn't give you my full opinion on my view of those people, the driver in particular. Got a load of passengers, other people on the road. I'm going to look after my own skin, and it's cowardly.
The driver of the Peugeot that crashed into a taxi in Halifax has not yet been identified. Police are waiting for forensic analysis on the car. No action was taken against his passengers. It's 12 p.m. at Bradford Police Station, and PC's Mark Maiden and Julian Ingham are responding to an urgent call about a suspected stolen car.
Breathe in. Makes me fatter.
Across the city, cops are searching for a black Alfa Romeo they suspect is on cloned plates.
Just so happens that there is an outstanding stolen black Alfa Romeo Mito that's been stolen from the Garforth area in Leeds. It may well be the stolen vehicle to try and conceal its identity. So we're just trying to get somewhere near the area to see if we can drop on it.
The general suspicion is that they use the vehicles to commit further offences, further crimes, further burglaries, steal more vehicles, just go out and just create absolute mayhem.
I saw something black with round lights, but I couldn't see if it was it. It could have been a Mini. And just having a look around, keeping an eye out, because obviously a black Alfa Romeo Mito, it stands out. No, it's a Ford. As we're driving up, we hear that one of the units is behind the vehicle.
Romeo 78, I'm behind this Alfa Romeo. And we have other units and helicopter fleet. 3 up, we're junction at Haworth Road now.
Haworth Road?
We are right, Haworth Road.
Where we're going to? We're going towards Toller Lane. Need to get across.
As Julian and Mark race to join the pursuit, the Alfa Romeo is upping the stakes
Going back towards...
and putting other road users in danger.
Red light, stand by.
We've got a unit that's behind the Alfa Romeo that's now failing to stop. There's other units coming from the other side of Bradford, so we're hoping to converge.
A little bit far back. Saltaire Road, speed is 60. Traffic's now building up. Yeah, he's going to divorce here big time. Approaching red light, stand by.
Yeah, that's received. It's Dockfield Terrace, back along Dockfield Road.
We're around here. Salt, take a right.
Straight on the top road. They squeeze through, he managed to squeeze through. Right.
With the traffic getting too heavy, the Alfa Romeo makes a sharp turn. But the road it's on leads to only one place, a dead end.
Where did he go running?
In Bradford, West Yorkshire, PC's Julian Ingham and Mark Maiden are arriving at the crash site of an Alfa Romeo they suspect is stolen.
Saltaire Road, speed is 60. Traffic's now building up.
Their colleagues had chased it through the city centre before its 3 occupants ditched it and ran off towards a canal.
We're 20 seconds, 30 seconds away from when the vehicle comes to a stop. I can hear the officer is now chasing on foot. One male hiding in a bush. Where?
Any units able to assist by the Junction Car Park sub?
Junction Car Park. I'll sit with this, you go with that. The faster runner always goes after the person who's there, so that's why I stayed with the vehicle.
Guided by CCTV, it's now up to Mark to hunt down the runaways.
1-1. Remember at Public, one of them has jumped in river. Trying to find out where he is.
But CCTV cameras have spotted one of them trying to hide.
Which is just at the side of the junction pub.
It's gone over here somewhere.
The CCTV cameras were watching him, and it was just a case of trying to get him out of the area that I was in.
Ah, you're right, I'll get over. Get down here then.
I think he were quite tired as well and realised his number were up, and the easiest thing for him to do was to just give up.
Got you locked up. All right. Test the motor vehicle. 1-1 is 112'd.
While Mark arrests his suspect.
Beauty.
Back at the crash site, Julian is searching the Alfa Romeo.
There's a pair of mole grips which are in the footwell, a screwdriver and a bag of cannabis which is in the centre console. So mole grips which are used primarily for burglaries, such offences like that.
News is coming in that all 3 suspects have been caught. And Julian has managed to confirm the identity of the Alfa Romeo.
We've just checked the chassis number through, and the vehicle actually comes back as an outstanding stolen vehicle from the Leeds area. So we've got the vehicle back, no damage to it, and hopefully the owner will be reunited after it once we've had it forensically recovered.
no action was taken against the runaways from the stolen Alfa Romeo in Bradford due to insufficient evidence.
Suspect grey Mini Cooper, potential driver who is disqualified. I've put it on our list for time being.
It's 9 p.m. in Halifax, West Yorkshire.
Is it going to go back down towards Ski Slope, Boothdown Road? Is that the road it's taken?
Sergeant Paul Crabtree and Special Constable Jamie Brown are on the hunt for a grey Mini, which they suspect is driven by a disqualified driver.
I don't know if you got intel earlier, mate. He's potentially linked to a disqualified driver.
Disqualified drivers tend to be more dangerous because they've done it before. They'll probably offend and they're more intent on getting away from us. Quite a few pursuits will start because he's a disqualified driver.
Yeah, engine out.
Sounds like he's failing to stop, yeah.
There are now 3 cop cars behind the Mini.
I think he's clocked his now, Trev.
But it doesn't seem to be in any hurry to pull over.
He's not actively making off from us, he's not flooring it, he's just going. I think he's weighing his options up as to, am I going to stop, am I going to go? We don't know if he's going to run, we don't know if the car's stolen, so we want him and that car secured.
5-8, stop on him.
5-8, that's received, thank you.
Sounds reconcilable.
Yeah, chill out now, fella.
5-8, stop
On the old 5-7, we've got that Mini stopped.
What, can I ask what this is about?
Just tried to stop it and you've not stopped, have you?
What do you mean? I didn't even realise what was going on at first, and then I looked behind me, I seen all the blue lights, so I've pulled onto this road and I've stopped.
Eventually. Right, come round this side for us.
Yeah, no worries. Right, that's
The problem with the lad in the Mini is he's got all his friends with him. It's the bravado side, he's got his sister, he's got his mates, they've all been drinking. He's got an image to keep.
Right, what's your name, mate?
Can I ask what this is about? If you've come behind me with 3 cars, you're telling me...
Well, no, we came behind you with 1 and then you didn't stop for it. What's your last name?
I refuse to speak to you until you
Okay,
talk.
fine.
I'm
Quite simple. The reason why you're in this position now is because when it's first tried to stop you, you've not stopped.
I haven't not stopped for nobody, sir. You put
Okay.
the lights on me just 2 minutes back there, and then I've pulled down here.
2 minutes?
Well, not 2 minutes, but 30 seconds on the road.
It's almost like they think we weren't there at the time. I did stop. Okay, not arguing with you because what's the point?
I'm going to give you 1 chance. Are you in fact who you say you are? Because if you're lying, I'm just going to arrest you.
Right, and why don't you answer my question? My 3 cars.
You need to work out, mate, who's in charge of this scenario here, and it ain't you. Are you lying to me? You know you're not entitled to anything at the minute.
I'm not entitled to know why 3 police cars...
Shush, unless you're going to start talking, Spence.
I'm entitled to speak, right, and I will say...
However, I'm not required to listen.
We had the advantage of having somebody in the back control room who was very, very good at the systems, who sent us a picture of who he was. And at which point, I know who he is, and that's it.
Is he disqualified?
That's the lad who was
Right, so you're disqualified from driving, are you?
yeah, I
Right,
am, right.
because we know who's in car before we stop it. That's why,
but I'm
because we know you're in the car and we know you're banned before we've even stopped
Right,
it.
so obviously
Okay?
somebody said to you that I've been in driving a car.
While Paul and Jamie deal with the driver,
Right situation, isn't it?
Is anybody going with him?
his sister is kicking off with the cops.
I've not been disorderly, I haven't been drinking at all. I've been out at a party, my friend's engagement party. I'm not shouting, I just think things are out of order.
Fortunately, I get to stay in the car and deal with him, so I didn't have to listen to his sister go on.
Things are out of order. Locked up
Oh, we're all mouthy, are we?
They're entitled to their opinion because they've done no wrong.
Don't get you anywhere though, does it?
all these now, that's not a major issue, is it? It's not a major issue. It's not a major issue.
But for the cops, it is a major issue. Uninsured drivers cause 120 deaths every year.
Driver's disqualified.
And the cops suspect it isn't the first time this driver has driven whilst disqualified.
He's on bail for disqualified driving, so that means he's been stopped and not dealt with yet for it, and yet he's still doing it.
I might ring custody and see if they'd remand him.
What length do you need to go to stop somebody and to get them to comply with the law?
Right, okay. All right, no worries. Cheers, thanks. Bye. You're lucky. You're lucky. Because personally, I'd have locked you up and taken you down and tried to get you remanded. However, custody sergeant, I wouldn't remand you, so I'm not going to arrest you. We'll deal with you roadside, okay?
The driver's car is seized and he will face the magistrates with a charge of disqualified driving.
The thing is with disqualified driving is 3 times disqualified driving, you're off to prison. Been before? Right, do you want to go again? Right. We'll let you out, pal, but genuinely, if you want to avoid prison, mate, keep out of cars. Okay? Alright, mate. See you later. And it's the people who just don't get it, who can't keep the backsides out of driver's seats, but end up in prison or end up killing somebody, one or the other.
And the driver of the Mini pleaded guilty to driving whilst disqualified and without insurance. He received a 1-year suspended sentence and was disqualified for 12 months.